Hey everybody, here are my top 5 essential beginner tips for Dune Awakening. First off has to be selecting the Sword Master class or the Bene Gesserit class. Both are the hardest and furthest to get to for their respective basic trainers. Even if you aren't planning on going down either of those skill trees, it's still worth investing in early, as you will most likely have an excess of skill points available, and putting points into all skills can help out immensely in the early game. From the tooltip, you get to respec your skill points every 48 hours, so don't feel too stuck if you start allocating points early. In the first zone, you start getting access to the basic trooper and planetology trainers, so before you even really get into the meat of the game, you can have 3 classes unlocked, which is huge for everything that you do. Number 2, take your time in the early game and focus on all intel leading locations. I personally rushed out of the starting zone just to eventually go back to clean up a few missing points of interest, just to get the easy intel. Intel almost goes hand in hand with the story and character/armor progression. Number 3, don't feel overwhelmed with all the various activities the game has to offer. Honestly, this is what has made this game great so far, and what keeps you coming back. Each time I log on, I'm flooded with things to do and always seem to get distracted, but it's a good distracted. At the end of the day, if you're knocking out material grinds, faction rep quests, main journey quests, discovering land markers, or just hitting intel spots, you're inevitably moving forward, so never feel like you aren't making use of your time, as all time invested is worthwhile. Number 4, don't worry about where you build your first couple bases. I think I abandoned 3 bases before I found an ideal location in the Eastern Vermilius Gap that was relatively close to the Anvil trade post. As long as it's centrally located, you'll be fine, as you'll be spending quite a bit of the time on the eastern and western locations, farming materials, tackling journey quests, and also key points of interest. I've already started thinking about my next build spot, so don't feel too attached whenever it comes to base building. Lastly, number 5, which is probably the most obvious, but craft multiple blood bags early. You can store multiple in your inventory, which will drastically help with water issues early on. While out farming materials or grabbing intel, you can easily fill up 9,000 to 12,000 units of blood, if not more, to make sure your blood purifiers are always topped off. This goes hand in hand with the leader Johns that you eventually unlock, will ultimately help speed up your at-base downtimes. Well, that's going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys. I plan on making quite a bit more Dune Awakening content, as I'm having an absolute blast, so stay tuned for more, and as always, thanks for watching.